What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today, when you talked about Faraday Future, tickers FFIE, I'm going to give you a good breakdown of some of the data points, especially leading into their upcoming earnings later today. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure that's first, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 11.86%, so pretty big sell-off. And I feel like it's an overreaction, more so on the technicals and just especially a lot of fear. So I'm going to go over a lot of the factors, but there's a lot of eyes on Faraday. And that's an understatement because currently 25.32 million shares overall are being traded within the first 1 hour of the trading day. 42.69 million shares overall is the average for volume. But like I said, based on the technicals at least, it is currently trading between this S1 and the pivot. So especially leading into the upcoming earnings, you really want to watch these kind of pivot points for the next strong support and resistance points, because you never know. There could be a lot of volatility as a result. When it comes down to their upcoming earnings, though, there are several things that you really want to watch for. So as you can see, based on this upcoming earnings, it's expected to be negative 11 cents for earnings per share and 1.75 million for revenue. As far as expenses, you really want to watch G&A and also R&D, the overall expenses, just to see how well they are managing their money, because that is the name of the game, right? That's what a lot of people's concerns are with Faraday, is the fact that they do have a limited amount of cash and that they are using it efficiently. And if not, then that does and most likely will work out to more dilution in the future, which they did get approved on a FYI. So of course, when it comes down to that, that's also on everyone's mind. So give an updated share count. And of course, when it comes down to the share price, a lot of people are also worried about essentially compliance. And so the whole reverse stock split, because they did get approved on the 16th for them to do anywhere from a 1-to-2 to a 1-to-90 reverse stock split. And they do have to regain compliancy before October the 30th, 2023. So that means they need to trade over $1 consecutively between anywhere from 10 to 20 days, and that's up to the NASDAQ staff's discretion. So let me know your viewpoint on that. And as well, when it comes down to the earnings, what's your kind of thoughts? Do you think earnings per share is going to be a beat, a miss? What's your kind of thoughts on that? I do feel personally, based on all the operational updates, I do think that they are going to be a little bit lower, maybe negative 13 cents, but I could be wrong. That's just a complete guess. When it comes to as far as PR, there hasn't really been anything since my last update, so no PR, so no SEC filings, nothing like that. So it is just merely a lot of speculation about their upcoming earnings and just shorts. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of what shorts are doing. So Ortex did update how their layout is, so it's kind of confusing at first, but it looks like shorts are increasing right now, 2.04 million shares, 21.85% of the free float's being shorted, 281.55 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is currently 9.77%. So of course, when it comes down to shorts, they love to take advantage of gray, and no doubtably, if their earnings are bad, for instance, then you're going to see a very big spike up with shorts. But still, when it comes down to it, especially based on everything that's been coming out from Faraday, which I do feel majority is good, this short interest is just way too high. So once again, let me know your guys' thoughts. As far as options activity though, there is currently around $6,000 worth of calls being purchased versus $500 in puts. So based on this information right here, people are anticipating for it to trend up, but these outliers right here is just most likely shorts hedging their bets. And like I've said in the past, I don't feel like shorts would be hedging if they didn't feel that there was some likelihood that Faraday could go up. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. And when it comes down to, like I mentioned on the technicals, the fib levels and the pivot points, they're very far apart, so very wide. So you do have to anticipate, as a result of their earnings and even what's happening today, there's going to be a extreme amount of volatility, and you just have to be comfortable with that. Until Faraday does fully start to ramp up and everything, then it's going to be exactly like this. And especially after the reverse stock split as well, definitely a lot of volatility. But when it comes down to this, so shows number of retail investors have been getting out over the last several days. Stochastic is currently at 21. No defined trend right now though, but still, if it does break below that 20 mark, then it can be perceived as oversold a little bit. So let me know your guys' thoughts on all of this in the comments below. And one thing to note, though, that I did find kind of odd is that looking at the daily volume, so typically, over the last 30 days at least, 61% of all the volume is redirected to off the exchange, meaning the dark pool, which is kind of sketchy, associated to shorts and stuff like that. And it really limits the buying power typically, especially if there's some not good intentions behind the scenes. But right now there's only 54%. So it just legitimately shows that a lot of the buyers are being redirected off the exchange. So a lot of interesting stuff when it comes down to this. And this is once again another tool that you can kind of use to really analyze what is potentially coming. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on all this. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying over the last several days, because I know just based on this, there was that crazy spike, a lot of optimism that it was going to break out and potentially above the 30-cent mark, but unfortunately, Faraday is extreme volatility in both directions, as you can kind of see. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like I said. And one final thing, take advantage of these promos. It's only up until August the 31st, completely free for an account to sign up with. Just throw $100 at it though, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So this is one of the best deals that you can get that's out there. And this, unfortunately, is only available for Americans, so just be aware of that. But Moomoo is actually heading to Canada, so they are doing a soft launch, so you can sign up just to have access to their app and play around and stuff like that. But all you need is just your phone number. No other information is required. And for any Canadians that do sign up, you can enter to have a Tim's gift card, Amazon, and they're doing a lot of giveaways, like stuff like that. So link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's eventually make a lot of money on Faraday Future.